Multiple sclerosis is a disease that affects each person differently. MS is unpredictable. Its effects are physical, emotional, and financial. It lasts a lifetime, and there is no cure.
MS is not a death sentence. You may have to change or modify your life, but you can still live it. And some days and some moments will be really hard and will be really challenging, but you need to find strength in yourself and reach out to your community and your family and your friends or your spouse and find joy in the simple things and just keep living life. Your life's not over. It's just changed. I mean, I'm a new Gloria, but I'm still Gloria, and I can still do the things that I love to do. I just might have to do them a little bit differently.
I don't like MS, I don't like having MS. But yes, there are some things that, some positive growth things that I've learned because of it, due to it. I've got it much closer to my wife. She's just an absolute amazing woman. My kids, because I was home, I was able to go into their schools and help out.
What is MS? MS is a chronic inflammatory disease of the central nervous system involving the brain and the spinal cord.
So MS is a disorder that affects the central nervous system and commonly in young adults. So it's the most common neurologic condition affecting young adults. It actually affects 75,000 people in Canada. And it's a disorder that's characterized by inflammation, demyelination, and also the loss of the axons or the nerve fibers themselves.
The disease is called multiple sclerosis because there are multiple scars or areas of sclerosis. This leads to the primary symptoms of the disease.
So some of the common symptoms that we see in MS are things like loss of vision or reduction in vision in one eye, double vision, sensory symptoms, sometimes weakness, incoordination, imbalance, problems with walking, problems with bowel or bladder dysfunction, sometimes pain, and fatigue can be a big part of MS.
While MS is most often diagnosed in young adults aged between 15 and 40, it can also affect children, some as young as 3 years old.
I was just really scared because I didn't know what MS was, because I couldn't feel my legs and I didn't know what was going on, and I couldn't feel temperature right because I thought when I tried to have a bath, I thought it was warm, but my mom said it was cold. So I basically didn't know what was going on when I couldn't feel my legs and when I couldn't move. First, temperature. I couldn't feel temperature with my arms, and then I couldn't move my right arm, and then it went on to not being able to move my legs, and then that's when I went into the hospital and basically got really bad. Like I couldn't open my eyes without getting dizzy or closing my eyes, or I couldn't sleep because I would get dizzy every time I closed my eyes.
It's not a death sentence. It's not. It is horrible, but it's not. Don't give it that ownership to bring you down. Just keep thinking positive and keep realizing that you're still an amazing person. You just have MS.
On average, every day, 3 more people are diagnosed with MS. In Alberta, it is estimated that there are over 11,000 Albertans living with MS. In fact, Canada has one of the highest rates of MS in the world. MS seems to be multifactorial. It is not necessarily just one factor, such as age, environment, or viral exposure, but more likely a specific combination of things that come together in a particular sequence. The MS Society's mission is to be a leader in finding a cure for multiple sclerosis and to enable people affected by MS an opportunity to enhance their quality of life. The MS Society of Canada is here to help with the promise that no one needs to face MS alone. In communities throughout Canada, our volunteers, MS ambassadors, and staff provide a number of vital services, things such as support, educational events, and other resources for people with MS and their families. Additionally, researchers funded by the MS Society are working to develop new and better treatments.
In the last few years, there are evidences that now MS is also a neurodegenerative disease. So we have degeneration of those nerve fibers that are transmitting the signal through the central nervous system. And that's where the concept of neuroprotection comes, is how we can save these fibers from this neurodegenerative process.
The MS Society is also committed to increasing government responsiveness to MS issues. These efforts focus on improving legislation, policies, and practices that impact those with MS. The MS Society hosts a number of fundraising events which support breakthrough research, client service, and numerous programs.
When they asked me to become an ambassador, I was so honored because I'm so passionate about finding a cure, educating others, mentoring, just spreading the word that, you know, there is support for everybody, regardless of what stage you're at with your MS. The society is there for you. The reason why I first became so involved with the MS Society on a personal level was I needed to know that the support was there and that someone was listening, because I felt so alone and I didn't know where to turn, and I always knew I could turn to them. I do live with tingling in my feet and waist and legs, and my feet are always like ice cubes, but other than that, I've been very fortunate. You know, the disease is so challenging. It's out there and we can't control it, but the more research we do, the more money we get, you know, there's a cure out there. And I think these individuals should be motivated to find it. I think everyone should be passionate enough to find a cure for this disease.
There are many faces of multiple sclerosis. There are many people affected by MS. The fact remains, there is no cure. Join our MS ambassadors in speaking out to find a cure. Help us end MS.
I want to help people with MS, and I want to get a cure, and I want more people to donate to MS so that we can get the cure faster. In the future, I think I'm not going to have MS because there's going to be a cure, and I'll be able to do all the stuff that I used to be able to.
Volunteers are the root of support, of financial support, and as we all get together and gain that financial support, then that financial support can transfer into research, and that will ultimately find a cure for MS and also for other diseases in the country.
Well, my hopes for the future is that there's going to be a cure, and then the next leg of the journey will be getting people that are so progressed in their MS that it's hard, that the cure may not help them get back, but to help do things for them.
MS might control me, but it'll never beat me. That is something I live with on a daily basis. It is just me. It's all about attitude. It's about beating the odds. You can do this. It's not, don't let it get you down. You know, still live every day to the fullest and enjoy life, because there's others out there who are in the same position as you are, and they're there for you. So get involved, meet other people, and talk. Become really educated. Keep your attitude positive, stay strong, do what you can, get out there. You know, use the support of family and friends and colleagues if you're able to do that. Whatever it takes, just keep going. You can do this. We can beat this together.
To find out more information about the MS Society, our programs, or to volunteer or donate, please contact us or talk to the presenter of this video. Thanks for watching.